You guys are not going to believe how incredibly annoyed I am with myself. First of all, hi guys, I'm Cheap. This is Aveyond, Lord of Twilight, episode... I want to say 11? I think we might be on 11. So, I've recorded some of this. Fortunately, I hadn't planned to go forward because I only had like 12-ish minutes to record while waiting for something in the oven to cook. And by the way, you're probably going to hear me ramble a lot about cooking today, because that's what I'm doing most of the day. Wow, I went the wrong way twice. You guys are getting just... I am a creature of habit. I hope you all enjoy it. So my master plan was to do like a mix of cheap chirps and like general rambling and stuff like that, which I'm still probably going to do. While round one of my pumpkin pies baking happened, because they have the way the pies I make work, at least according to the recipe, which I follow because I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I can wing it for cooking meat. When it comes to bakery stuff, I follow the instructions precisely. And then people are like, oh my gosh, what you make comes out so good. And it's like, because I follow instructions. Like, that's really all I do, I swear, guys. Anywho, so my master plan was to do some backtracking, rambling, blah, 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 while the pies cooked for, I want to say it's 15 minutes at like 4:25. And then the episode ended when my timer went off because I had to go and turn it up to 3:25 for 40-ish minutes, which is what's going on right now. So I had recorded the stuff that I'm about to do already. Most of it was me figuring out that, hey, some mobs do respawn. Sweet, I can backtrack and grind. I went the wrong way. Again. I'm so good at this map, guys. Anywho, yeah, I'm doing a lot of pre-cooking. I'm in a lot less pain than I was in the previous episode I just recorded, so kind of yay for that. Although, unfortunately, y'all might be short an episode. I might do a Cheap's Chirps. There will not be an episode tomorrow, guys. I will try to make one for the day after, but I can't promise anything. Thanksgiving and Black Friday take a lot out of me. Like, we're not even doing the actual Black Friday shopping, which is all starting on Thursday, which is ridiculous in my opinion. But, like, there's still also day of Black Friday deals and stuff as well, which my family and I intend to, like, meander around and check out and stuff. And, you know, so I'm still gonna be doing that, and it's gonna be super crowded, and it's just gonna be so incredibly overwhelming. I felt bad for my dad yesterday, but I also, like, felt incredibly loving towards him, because we went to get the grocery stuff yesterday for all the things I'm going to be cooking. If I haven't mentioned this before, I'm making the turkey, a thing of stuffing that fills like 3 baking pans, 2 pumpkin pies, and green bean casserole, most of which is from scratch. Yeah, so we went to our grocery store, and the parking lot was full, and I immediately, like, I used to do meditation stuff, mostly, like, calm myself down and just chill out and kind of clear my mind. And I kind of kept the meditative breathing for calming myself down because, like, that's not, like, a whole, like, oh, yeah, you're tricking your mind to calm you down. No, that's, like, a legitimate thing. If you're breathing slowly, it calms you down. Not to mention, like, I picked some other stuff up from Tai Chi, so I took a Tai Chi class. It was like, oh, you have to do something over in our gym area. And I was like, Tai Chi sounds fun. Let's do it. It's just, like, really relaxing and meditative when you do it slow. And then when you see somebody do it fast, it's like, oh, they snapped that guy's neck. I saw our... I'm going to be giving and say she was 4 or 5. There's no way. She's 3 feet tall in my mind. That's how tiny this woman was. She floored this guy that was like twice my height. Like, he was at least... Yet again, in my mind, he was like 8 feet tall. He was probably... No, in my mind, he was 10 feet tall. He was probably like near 7 or 8-ish. But like, he didn't take the class seriously and didn't think like any of the things were... like, had a point. So, he called her out on it one day. And, she very casually flipped his ass. It was amazing. Like, me and my friend high-fived and cheered. That's how cool it was. Which is a lot of Tai Chi. It's not about, like, being stronger than the other person. It's about knowing how to throw that person way off balance and just wreck their day. Anyways, so yeah, I was doing meditative breathing and a few other things, like try to calm myself down in the car. Because, like, a full... like... I'm so sorry for saying like as often as I do, by the way, guys. I just realized how bad I am about it. Our grocery store parking lot is about as big as an average Walmart parking lot or a mall one, whatever. Just take your pick. It was full. Like, the parking spaces meant for other things were also full. Like, that's how full it was. So, like, in my mind, it was going to be, like, elbow to elbow. It was bad. My anxiety kicked in so fast that I was a little bit dizzy. So, I had to, like, calm myself down a bit in the car. And on the way in, I was just clinging to the back of my dad's work shirt. Because he didn't know if he was going to have to rush home and then take the dogs out and then run to work. Which is what he ended up doing, but we had a little bit more time. She left her... Oh dear, I accidentally left my milk pail at home. Could you bring it to me? Sure, where do you live? I live in Thighs, apartment 2C. You're our neighbor, and we never met you. I could have been getting free milk. I mean, I can't have regular milk, but she probably can. And the cheese, we wouldn't have to live off rat cheese anymore. Although, rat cheese, extra spicy from all the germs. Anywho, so yeah, I felt so bad for my dad, because we were, like, doing a small amount of grocery shopping, and he was doing it with, like, me clinging to the back of his shirt every now and then, because, like, there would just be too many people near me, and I was like, no, I wasn't prepared for this. We did our grocery shopping a few days early, so it wouldn't be like this. Why are you people here? Alright, so I accidentally discovered the milk thing last time, and I decided to come here. And Fedor asks us to deliver wine, and he'll give us money. Which I'm down with. It's only 10 gold, but you know. You keep adding it up, and you got a lot of gold. Oh, what's in here? Oh yeah, my daughter Santa has learned to play the harp. There's forcing me to learn to play the harp. Yeah, that's how musical instruments usually go. Alright, let's go deliver some wine and get some milk. This is backtrack and goof off day while we try to get a little bit more experience in some levels. I feel like that's going to be incredibly helpful for us. Yeah, I don't think I've rambled about what all I've cooked today. I had to make cornbread, which goes in my stuffing. Like, oh my gosh, my stuffing has like a meat trifecta. Like, Dad called it the porkfecta, and then corrected it to pork trifecta because he decided that sounded weird and not clear enough. But yeah, it's got breakfast links chopped up in it. It's got ground sausage. I don't know why it takes both, but it does. And then it has bacon in it. And Dad was like, no wonder it's so good. I got all excited. Let's see. It has a bag of dry stuffing. It has celery. It's got one Granny Smith apple chopped up in it. I don't know why, but it adds a lot of flavor. I mean, I know why the apple adds flavor. I don't know who sat there one day and went, you know what this stuffing needs? An apple. Specifically, a Granny Smith apple. Oh no! Dog Ralph is gone. Do you know where he went? Playing in the forest, saw a rabbit and ran after it. He never came back. I'm so worried. Don't worry, we'll find Ralph. Darn right we will. I did not pull up the game guide. I wasn't planning on doing all the side quests, and now we're having a side quest episode. I'll do that between episodes. Okay. Milk pail! Alright. One thing down. We gotta go deliver some wine. I'm pretty sure there's another quest in this town. If you guys don't mind, I'll ramble about cooking while pulling up the guide and trying to find it. Because if I'm going to do 3 of the 4 available side quests, I might as well do the 4th one. There's probably more side quests I don't know about, but I know there were 2 in town, and I was like, oh, we just won't do those. It's not that house. Was it that one? Get out of my way, you teal-haired, lovely person. It's not Pemberley. It was like Rosso's, wasn't it? It's not Heartsman. Her hair is really pretty. I wouldn't pair it with that dress. Of course, I'm not really super fashionable, so... don't rely on this. Was it Rupert? It might be Rupert. Yo, playa, what up? Yes? Are you Lord of Rupert? Yes? I have a wine delivery for you from Chateau Lenoir. Here's wine. Send my thanks to Fedor. Sure. No tips? Cheapo. Alright, let's look up what this other quest was. Yeah, just chilling on the screen. Oh no, where's that bookmark? Oh, I almost buried that bookmark. Thank goodness I found it. I have like 500 bookmarks lately. Yes. What else I did today, like, after making the cornbread, because the oven was still warm, I made pumpkin pies, and I don't own a whisk or like a fancy egg beater or anything like that. I just use a fork. Mostly because A, I can beat up the eggs easier. Like, I can just stab the yolk. I know I'm probably doing it wrong. Don't scold me. Say the Comet. Bartwood Forest. Nobody cares about my hatchery. Deliveries. I'm not sure if I activated that magic mirror, so I'm gonna do that when I'm over there. Does anybody else really dig this music? I did that. Wow, I'm pretty far through this game. By pretty far, I mean probably halfway. Okay. Willette side quest. Oh, the other side quest was to get the pail. Sweet! Look at us being ahead of time. Okay, so let's see. What was I talking about? Oh right, pumpkin pies. So as I'm sure many of you know, there's just straight up pumpkin pie filling. I'm not sure if you guys know this or not, but milk's in pumpkin pie filling. And I'm not supposed to have milk. I'm gonna be stressed out for the next few days. So around holidays, even though that's when all the goodies are out, and you think I would like ignore my dietary restrictions just to enjoy myself, I actually do that the days before when I'm chilled, because the more stressed I am, the worse that problem gets for me. Are you guys a puppy? You don't look like puppies. So to make pumpkin pies that I can eat, I have to make them from scratch, and the pumpkin pie shells that I get come in pairs, so it's easier for me to make. Okay, it's not easier, let me correct that. it makes more sense for me to make 2 pumpkin pies than trying to store one for about a month, which will probably end up freezer burned and wasted. You know, the pumpkin pie tins aren't that cheap, so I'd rather make 2 for one holiday. Plus, my dad really likes pumpkin pie, so just getting enough to make 2 pumpkin pies, making 2, and leaving one at the house and having him bring it in case we ended up needing another pumpkin pie. I delivered the one. Excellent. Here's your payment. Got any more? Petra and... Oh, yeah! I'll do that. But making 2 pumpkin pies now, instead of trying to make one later, just makes more sense to me. Plus, this is when people want pumpkin pies. For Christmas, I normally make a bunch of those peanut butter blossom cookies, which I can't eat either. I wish I could, but I can't. But everybody else likes them. So I usually make like 2 batches of those, which ends up being about 100 of them. And then I make cookies for me. And then everybody gets my cookies anyways, and then I want to punch the family. But we'll get to that next month. Christmas, although I put a lot of effort into it, yeah, that's the holiday that makes me want to commit homicide. Okay, that's active now. I forgot to pull the switch. Hey, homegirl. I brought your pail. Thank you. Here's some fresh milk for your journey. Yay! I like how we heard a goat bang. Or a goat goating, whatever noise a goat makes. When we did the milk thing. So where is this doggy? Here, puppy. Oh? Yeah, looks like it. Hey, let's leave that poor dog alone. Let's beat the gray wolf first. He looks intimidating. And he took 2 hits. Yeah, you do that 14 damage. It's more than she did before. Also, I don't have OBS up, so I can't keep track of how much time it's been. Sorry about that momentary pause. Okay. Ralph runs back to the ice. And I loot goodies. Slowly making up for all the money we lost on gear. Although it's more of invested in gear. Anyways, heading back. Right. So, the pumpkin pies I make, I got to use canned pumpkin, not pie filling. And then I mix in soy milk. That's the wrong way to go. I have to mix in soy milk and then the pumpkin spice and sugar and all this stuff. It's a lot of stirring and things, and I have pain issues in my right arm and in my joints in general. So, yeah, mixing 2 pie pans worth of that stuff kind of exhausts me. So, in the scratched episode, due to me accidentally muting my mic, which was brilliant of me, yeah, I was in pain. I'm still in pain, you guys can probably tell about it. But, yeah, I'm not as much pain. So, yay. Alright, let's talk to Kiddo. Ralph is safe. I was so worried. Out in the woods, he was being chased by wolves. Poor Ralph. Thank you for saving my dog, strangers. I'm sure those wolves would have killed him. Please take this for your kindness. Aw, we got his allowance. Alrighty, guys. Let's see. I guess we'll make it back to Dwarfland. According to the guide, because I took a peek about, like, last time I was recording, and I was debating, like, ending it there or keep going, because I was in Dwarfland, which is what it's called for the rest of time. I know it's Geldin, but it's Dwarfland. Just like face is thighs. Yeah, suck it, Wolfie. All my experience. Anywho, bum 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 ba da da dum. I say a lot too. I know I'm not supposed to say and like a lot, but it's one of those habits that's really hard to break. It's like a filler word that people throw in, so it's not like an awkward silence for a few seconds while they think. But in my case, I've already completely forgotten what I was going to say, so why bother? Hi Harpy, what's up? Anywho, the guide says that I can go far enough to get that pickaxe, but it's not time yet in the game to finish that dungeon in the mine. Which is sort of a... I'm not going to say it's a theme with the games that these guys make, but it's a reoccurring thing. I don't know if they want you to backtrack or... I guess they do? I don't know. I guess it buys you time and stuff, but... like, in the long run, it's just like, great, I have to go all the way back here, blah, blah, blah. You know, and sometimes in RPGs, that's a good thing to do. Like, in the new Pokemon games, a lot of the quest... I'm actually going to call it questing, because it's like you have objectives and stuff. Not like, get a gym badge and continue on, which I guess in a way is a quest. But it's like, hey, go pass this trial and then move on and stuff like that. Like, it's really fun. I'll try not to ramble too much about Pokemon, because I did last time. Although, hashtag sex lizard, if you follow me on Twitter, my boyfriend he sent me a message on Skype like, this lizard's looking at me with sex eyes and I don't know how to feel about it. I was like, confused and aroused, and he's like, would you be mad if I said yes? So, although we know the names of those Pokemon, they're sex lizards to us. I've actually tweeted about that. Follow me on Twitter if you want occasional tweets about literally anything. And then sometimes I retweet stuff that I just think is entertaining. Or that I think needs to be shared. Like, that genital jousting game. Which I really want to play for the channel, but at the same time, I feel like I probably shouldn't since I try to keep this family-friendly-ish. Like, I know I cuss and stuff like that. It's just a terrible habit, and in my opinion, you hear worse things on TV. But, I do try to cuss as little as possible. So, this is me making an effort. Although, in some games, I'm just like, what is this? And also, if they cuss in the game, I don't care. But, like, I try to have my language match the game that I'm playing. That way... I think that's better than just trying to keep everything that I do PG. I know it's been like 20 minutes. Yeah, I would rather match the tone of the game that I'm in verbally, like as far as cussing and stuff like that and editing myself, than make every game I play one without cursing and bleeping out games and stuff like that. Yeah, like, first game I played was Always Sometimes Monsters, and there's a lot of cursing in that, and there's adult things in that, and you know, I really, really love that game, and I wouldn't omit that game just for the content. Because A, in my opinion, that's sort of like a weird form of censorship, and B, then you guys are missing out. Like, my channel is kind of meant for whoever wants to watch that particular game, so I'm assuming you have an interest in that game and you're in the age range of that game. Like, I'm not gonna play something super sexual or, like, real gritty. Cat Lady was sort of there. There was some boobage and awful, awful things I'm not gonna go into, because holy cow. But, like, I think you kind of get what I'm saying. Like, in playing this game, I'm not gonna cuss that much. Because there's not really a real reason to. Like, it's not scaring me, and I think the audience that would play this game and want to watch this game probably wouldn't be the kind to cuss that much. Whereas in things like, yet again, Always Sometimes Monsters, Cat Lady, a few other things, that's a more adult game, and the people that want to play that game probably use more adult language. So I can relax and just kind of talk like a pirate like I normally do. Anyways, it's been 25 minutes. I'm rambling on. I'm Cheap. This has been Aveyond Lord of Twilight. I'm going to get you guys another episode right away, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!